Have you ever noticed how your heart seems to beat a little faster during takeoff and landing? You're not alone. These moments can be nerve-wracking for many, even for those who frequently travel by air. These are the moments when even the most seasoned traveler might grip their armrest a little tighter. It's a common reaction, and there's a good reason behind it. But why are these phases so nerve-wracking? For starters, we're hardwired to feel uneasy about situations we perceive as risky. Our brains are naturally inclined to be cautious in unfamiliar or seemingly dangerous situations. And let's face it, hurtling through the air at hundreds of miles per hour is not exactly our natural state. The sheer speed and altitude can be overwhelming, especially when you think about the physics involved. Add to that the unfamiliar sensations, the strange noises, and the media's tendency to highlight aviation incidents. Thanks for nothing, Hollywood. The portrayal of dramatic airplane scenes in movies and news can amplify our fears. And it's no wonder some of us turn into temporary nervous flyers. The combination of these factors can make anyone feel uneasy, even if they logically know that flying is safe. But here's the thing. Takeoff and landing, while intense, are statistically among the safest parts of your flight. Pilots are highly trained for these phases, and modern aircraft are designed to handle them with ease. So, buckle up, and let's demystify these seemingly scary phases. Understanding the mechanics and safety measures in place can help alleviate some of that anxiety. By understanding what's happening and why, we can hopefully replace some of that fear with a healthy dose of awe. Knowing that every sound and movement has a purpose can be reassuring. After all, flying is pretty darn amazing when you think about it. The ability to travel vast distances in a matter of hours, soaring above the clouds, is truly a marvel of modern engineering and human ingenuity. Takeoff and landing are like mini roller coaster rides for your senses. Think about it. You go from a standstill to hurtling down the runway at breakneck speeds. Your body is pushed back against the seat and then, whoosh, you're climbing into the sky at a seemingly impossible angle. Landing is no less dramatic. The plane dips and turns, the engines change their tune, and you feel a series of bumps as the wheels kiss the tarmac. It's enough to make your stomach do a few loop-the-loops. These physical sensations are completely normal. Your body is just reacting to changes in speed, altitude, and pressure. The key is to understand that these sensations are part of the process and not necessarily signs of danger. Ever notice those strange clanks, whirs and roars during takeoff and landing? It's enough to make you think someone forgot to tighten a few bolts. But rest assured, those noises are perfectly normal. During takeoff, you'll hear the engines roaring as they power up to full thrust. You might also hear the landing gear retracting with a satisfying clunk, followed by the high-pitched whine of the flaps adjusting for takeoff. Landing brings its own symphony of sounds. The engines throttle back, sounding almost like a sigh of relief. The flaps extend again, creating a low rumble, and the landing gear deploys with a reassuring thunk as it locks into place. These sounds might seem strange, but they're simply the sounds of a complex machine doing its job. Each clang, whir and roar represents a system working correctly to ensure a safe and controlled flight. Let's face it, movies and TV shows aren't exactly known for their accurate portrayal of air travel. Dramatic crashes, emergency landings and turbulent flights that toss passengers around like rag dolls, these are the images that stick in our minds, even if they're wildly exaggerated. While these scenes might make for good entertainment, they create a skewed perception of aviation safety. The truth is, flying is statistically the safest mode of transportation. So, the next time you find yourself nervously eyeing the emergency exit row, remember that Hollywood is in the business of entertainment, not realism. Trust the statistics, trust the highly trained professionals in the cockpit, and try to enjoy the ride. Section 5. Up, up and away. Takeoff is a beautifully choreographed dance of speed, power and precision. It all starts with a taxi to the runway where the pilots complete their final checks, making sure everything is in tip-top shape. Once cleared for takeoff, the pilots release the brakes and the engines roar to life, propelling the plane down the runway with increasing speed. You feel the acceleration pushing you back in your seat. That's physics at work. At a certain speed, the pilot gently pulls back on the control column and the plane gracefully lifts off the ground. This is rotation, the moment you transition from earthbound to airborne. The initial climb is steep and exhilarating as the plane ascends to a safe altitude, leaving the worries of the world far below. Section 6, Safety First, Second and Third. Now you might be thinking all that speed and power sounds a bit risky, doesn't it? And you're right, takeoff does have inherent risks. But here's where the magic of aviation safety comes in. Pilots undergo rigorous training, including countless hours in flight simulators that mimic every conceivable scenario, from engine failures to extreme weather conditions. They're basically superheroes without capes. And speaking of superheroes, let's not forget the unsung heroes of aviation safety aircraft engineers. These brilliant minds design planes with multiple redundancies, meaning if one system fails, there's a backup, and sometimes even a backup for the backup. From the reinforced structure of the plane to the sophisticated navigation and communication systems, every aspect is designed with safety as the top priority. So relax, knowing that you're in good hands, or rather, good wings. Section 7. Back to Earth. Landing might seem like a simple matter of pointing the plane at the runway and hoping for the best, but it's actually a carefully orchestrated descent that requires incredible skill and precision. The descent begins long before you see the runway, with the pilots gradually decreasing altitude and adjusting their speed. They're in constant communication with air traffic control, receiving instructions and updates on weather conditions. As the plane gets closer to the ground, you'll hear the engines change pitch as the pilots fine-tune their approach. The flaps extend again, increasing lift and drag to slow the plane down for landing. The final approach is a delicate dance of aligning the plane with the runway, adjusting for wind conditions and ensuring a smooth touchdown. Section 8. Landing safely, a team effort. Landing safely is not a solo act. It's a team effort involving a cast of dedicated professionals working behind the scenes. From the moment an airplane begins its descent, a symphony of coordinated actions takes place, each one crucial to the safety and success of the landing. Think of it as an intricate ballet, with everyone playing their part to ensure a flawless performance. The pilots, air traffic controllers and ground crew all have their roles, and they must execute them with precision and timing. Air traffic controllers are like the choreographers of this aerial ballet, guiding pilots with precise instructions, ensuring safe distances between aircraft and providing real-time updates on weather conditions. They monitor every movement in the sky, making split-second decisions to keep everything running smoothly. They're the unsung heroes of aviation, keeping the skies organized and safe. Without their expertise and vigilance, the complex dance of landing an airplane would be impossible. Then there are the ground crews, the stagehands of this elaborate production. They work tirelessly to ensure that every aircraft is ready for its next journey. They fuel the plane, load the baggage and perform essential maintenance, ensuring everything is in tip-top shape for a safe and efficient flight. Their attention to detail and dedication are vital to the overall safety and efficiency of air travel. So, the next time you feel a bump on landing, remember that it's not just the pilot's skill at work, but the culmination of countless individuals working together to get you safely back on terra firma. It's a testament to the teamwork and dedication of everyone involved in the aviation industry, all working in harmony to ensure your journey is as smooth and safe as possible. Section 9. Keep calm and fly on. Now that we understand the ins and outs of takeoff and landing, let's talk about how to conquer those pre-flight jitters. Flying can be an exhilarating experience, but for some, it can also be a source of anxiety. The good news is, there are several strategies you can employ to make your journey more comfortable and enjoyable. Here are a few tips to help you stay calm and collected during these exciting phases of flight. 1. Knowledge is power. The more you know about the process, the less intimidating it becomes. We've already demystified the process, but reading up on aviation and understanding how planes work can further ease your mind. Consider watching documentaries or reading articles about the science of flight. This can provide a sense of control and understanding. 2. Breathe easy. Deep breathing exercises can work wonders in calming your nerves. When you feel anxious, your breathing becomes shallow. By taking deep breaths, you can signal your body to relax. Inhale slowly and deeply, hold for a few seconds, and exhale slowly. This simple technique can help reduce stress and anxiety. Repeat as needed. 3. Distract yourself. Keeping your mind occupied can be a great way to avoid focusing on your fears. Bring a good book, listen to your favorite music, or watch a movie. Engaging in activities you enjoy can make the time pass more quickly and keep your mind off the flight. Engaging your mind elsewhere can help take your focus off the flight. You might also consider bringing a puzzle book or downloading some games on your device. 4. Trust the professionals. Remember, pilots are highly trained professionals with thousands of hours of experience. They undergo rigorous training and continuous education to ensure your safety. They've got this. So relax, enjoy the ride, and marvel at the wonder of flight. The cabin crew is also there to assist you and ensure your comfort throughout the journey. After all, you're soaring above the clouds, defying gravity and experiencing something truly extraordinary. Safe travels, embrace the adventure, and remember that each flight brings you closer to your destination and new experiences.